What's going on YouTube James? Welcome back to Game Talks Movies, where today I am gonna be talking about the new Amazon Prime Video exclusive movie 13 Lives, which is based off the true life events that happened in 2018 in Thailand of these 13 boys who are on a soccer team that all play together in a soccer team, and they get stuck in this cave. So, and they have, there's, this whole team of divers have to get them out because they get stuck because of a rainstorm. But before we begin to do that and see if the movie does the story justice or not, in my opinion, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell notification so you will be notified every time I upload a new video after you subscribe. And yes, guys, let's get right into what I liked and didn't like about this movie. So yes, guys, 13 Lives is a movie, like I said, depicts real life of these typos that got stuck in the cave and their journey to the journey that it took to get them out of the cave. This movie is directed by Ron Howard. Now, Ron Howard, I have not seen all of his films. There's more of his films that I definitely want to check out. But the only ones I've seen so far is the Grinch movie that he did a couple years ago in the 90s with Jim Carrey, the live action one. And I've also seen Splash, which is a mermaid movie, movie with a mermaid and Tom Hanks. If you guys want me to review any of those movies, I will. Definitely in the comment section down below. Tell me if you want me to review any of his movies. But, that I've seen. But anyway, there's only 2 movies I've seen from him. And, Ron Howard is not really a director that has me, really, like, immersed in, like, the, style of all his movies. He definitely, has a little bit of it just to get the story across, but not really enough to make, like, it all, like, different and stuff from what I've seen, the movies I've seen from him. He definitely, takes the material, that he's given, to direct, and he directs it, the, like, best he can and doesn't, like, try to overcomplicate things, which, you know, for some directors and some stories, that's what you have to do, and that is what is the best. So, yeah, Ron Howard is definitely not one of my favorite directors, is what I'm trying to say, but, his movies are fine to me, but, in going into this one, I did not really know what to expect with Ron Howard's, like, directing in this movie, and, to start with Ron Howard's directing in this movie, I think he does a really good job. He does, kind of this normal, kind of like normal, like documentary, not documentary, but like, realistic style of filmmaking where you've got, real, like, caves that they built for this movie, you know, so they can, like, take parts of the cave in and out for shots, but they actually built this cave with actual water that the actors Colin Firth and and among others star in this movie. I'll put some of the names of the other actors up here because I totally forgot. But they all do a really good job, especially with they all do their own stunts in this movie. They've got them like diving in the caves under the water, and they got like the underwater shots. They've got the camera like going through the crevices, and the actors going through the crevices and the like of it all in the cave. So I think the filming of this movie definitely makes you claustrophobic. So if you don't like being underwater and that whole like aspect of you being underwater and that kind of feel, this movie will definitely freak you out because it definitely, the directing from Ron Howard definitely makes you claustrophobic and makes you feel like you're inside the cave with the divers that are trying to get the boys out. And for that to be its main goal, like I said in the beginning of this review, Ron Howard just knows how to make what is the most important thing that tell the story like good, and doesn't really care to make anything else. I mean, he does, but doesn't try to overcomplicate anything else. He just wants the main point of the story to be focused, and that is definitely what he does here. So I gotta say that is good. That was one of my favorite parts of the movie, definitely, because that is the only way we're gonna be able to feel the way that the divers feel and the boys that are stuck in the cave. The actors in this movie, I don't know why Colin Farrell is the only movie star in this movie that comes to my mind, but anyhow, I did put them in the top in on the screen so you can see, but they all do a pretty good job. It's not really a movie that shows the acting on a crazy level. Like, no, they don't have to do like too much acting, mainly because they are actually doing the diving and the like swimming in the caves and using the breathing equipment you use to go diving. So there's just a lot of like I said, realism, because the actors do a really good job at just that cooperation and the dedication, and the kind of, the tiredness that they get, but also the optimism that they get. They definitely show in the performances. They to be honest, they didn't really have to act too hard in this movie. They didn't really have to overact with any of the scenes that were required. So yeah, they did fine. There were a lot of good insight of the equipment, and lots of scenes of them, of all the ideas of and the ways that they had to get the boys out, which could be really interesting for people who um are into like rescue movies. And I thought that was pretty cool, and pretty definitely adds to that just suspense, um, and to see if the boys were getting out. Going into this movie, I knew that the boys, if the boys would survive or not, or like get out, but I will not spoil that here. If all the boys get out, or if only some get out, or none at all. But yeah, going in this movie, I knew the outcome of the story because I've seen the documentary called The Rescue, which is a documentary that came out last year in 2021. And I gotta say, I think that version of the story is better, the documentary, because I feel like this movie does do the story justice, and the boys justice, and shows the horror of it all and all that stuff. But I feel like what would have made this movie so much better is this movie is 2.5 hours long, and I think it could have either added a couple scenes in there to show more of what's going on outside of the cave, and all the stuff that's happening to the people that tried to go in the cave, or like all the stuff that was happening outside of the cave, because there were a lot of things in the documentary that showed kind of other people's perspectives, and the morals of like kind of what they learned, and how they helped the whole world, pretty much contributed to the boys getting out. So I just was with the runtime that they had, 2.5 hours long, because I kind of like that runtime, because it kind of gave a general idea of how long it took for the divers to actually get down there and rescue the boys, as well as how long they were in there. But I feel like there were times in this movie that made the cave diving scenes a little bit repetitive, and it could have added a little bit more culture also to the movie, so a little bit more of the culture of the Thai people, to show the more of the stuff that's going on outside of the cave than the inside. And if not that, just kind of cut like 15 or 20 minutes out of this movie. But guys, that is my only complaint in this movie. I think this movie is a really good version of the story that works on this story definitely works on in a movie format, as well as a documentary format. So that I think good on Ron Howard for doing that, because that's just what I think. What do you guys think of the 13 Lives? Whatever you're thinking, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you not like it? Did you like it? All of that, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, in the comments down below, also tell me if you have any suggestions for movies you want me to review in the future. I would love to review movies you would want me to review. So I can tell you if a movie is good or not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.